Okay, this is, I guess you might call it one of the four corners here. This is looking down the main road at HamCation, 2018, Orlando, Florida. And we're going to sweep around. And this is looking down the road and towards the lake. And then we're going to sweep down this way. And there we are towards and there's the XYL. There's the RV park, restrooms. And here comes an RV. It's one of the smaller ones. And there are all kinds of great things going on. There's the entrance down that end for the RVs and dealers. So we'll pick it up a little later on. Okay, we're making progress going down the main thoroughfare. And we're coming in on the most important place, the North Hall, and which is where the prize and informations are. And we're going to go in and register our tickets. Okay, here's the XYL putting in her winning ticket. All right. Okay, we're in the North Hall vendors. We're in the very back of the room, looking around, and over there was the information. Oh, there's the XYL again. She's a camera hog, that's all I can tell you. She constantly wants to be in that camera. Okay. Well, if it's pots you want, it's pots you got. Oh yeah, they've got more pots here. If you want to build stuff.
And here's the XYL again, getting in the way.
That's funny. Yeah, they got all kinds of pots here. If your ham shack was full of this stuff, you would never leave. Oh yeah. They got everything. Oh, yeah. And they even have stuff for the women here. Oh yes, all kinds of jewelry. All kinds of wonderful stuff for the XYLs. Yeah, XYLs can have a great time here as well. Okay, this is a 360 view of in the North Hall, and strangely enough, there are some empty tables right in the middle of the North Hall. But the place is really humming with people, which is good. And that'll be the tour of the North Hall. Okay, we're in the main thoroughfare again. And there's some early birds having something to eat over there. And there's a barbecue place. And we're coming around where this is Building A, which is one of the commercial locations. And we're going to be going in there and goofing around. Oh, hey, guess who that is? There's that pretty lady again, the XYL. Okay, now we're in one of the table areas, which has all the used equipment. The guys pay for a table, and we're going to take a walk up and down the aisles and see what's for sale. They have some nice. Here's some of the vendors, happy as can be.
That's right.
Got good weather and it's cool in here.
I know you need coax.
Oh yeah. Okay, there's something that brings back a memory. It's looks like a 100. That's the exact receiver I had, the first commercial receiver I had, and I still have the speaker, but I gave the receiver away to my nephew. So we're going to take a tour around. We'll be back. And there's our little RV and our old truck. We're heading back after a morning of tromping around and buying some goodies. And we're going to rest and have lunch. See you later. Well, it's still Friday, and we're at the very end of the Ham Fest. And we're going to be walking down the back main alley down the back. Yeah, this is tailgating in its best. All kinds of stuff. Guys making themselves right at home. Yep, real tailgate. Oh yeah. Yep, some nice old Hammerland and old Helicrafters equipment.
Oh, that's Ron's seat.
Oh, yeah.
He's keeping mine warm.
All kinds of good stuff out here today.
I do appreciate it.
Yeah. Oh. Here's, I guess if somebody's interested in making a repeater for 10 meters, here's some cans. Duplexes look like 440. Boxes of stuff. All kinds of stuff. Marine radios, CB radios, power supplies, more CB radios, 10 meter realistic radio. All kinds of good stuff. As far as you can see. Alright, we're down at the end, looking back up. This is just one of the roads, grass roads. Oops. Slow the camera down a little bit. And you can go all the way up. Way up there. That's where we just came from. All the way back down. Okay, we're standing at the very end of the Hamfest road, and we're down at the north end of the road. There's a sidewalk leading down that way with stuff on both sides, and there's a new amphitheater behind there, and new maintenance building. And I'm doing a complete 360. That's okay, just all the way around. And this is one of the grass roads that we just finished going down. And this is looking all the way down the main road, all the way down to where the RVs and the dealers come in. This is the main blacktop road, and we'll come over here, and this road that we're coming up on leads us down to the buildings. We were in this building in front of us here, which is all used equipment. Dealers who pay $10 more for a table than they do outside, and they get to be inside where it's air conditioned. And looking all the way down there, let's see if I can zoom down there. All the way down there is the road that meets up with the input in the parking lot. And there's some more bathrooms, and that road down here where the tents are leads to the more commercial buildings, which we'll be looking at later. Okay, we're heading back up the end road, and you can see they got all kinds of stuff starting to sprinkle. Everybody's starting to panic. Everybody's running around. Wow, look at these. Talk about power, huh? Scott amplifiers. How cool is this stuff? Nice. Oh, old Johnson Viking Ranger. Helicrafters. Some real old boat anchors. Yeah. Good, thanks. All kinds of good old stuff. Yeah, everybody's starting to cover up, sprinkling. It looks like it's just a passing cloud, though. I don't think it's anything that it's going to get us wet, but I'm going to head back to the RV, put away my latest collection of junk, and then we'll wait out the sprinkles. Okay, we're over here at the food area. People are cooking up a storm, and there's all kinds of different food here. And there's one of the eating tents that's just full of people, all sitting down enjoying something to eat. Oh yes. Okay, we got wood-fired pizza. We got all kinds of good food. We got cold beer and salads. Oh yes.
Okay, that gives me a little more idea where you are. All right.
Okay, and there's the tent with a ton of people all in there enjoying their lunch. Okay, we're going into the commercial building to poke around. It's nice and cool in here compared to outside. Let's see, we'll walk down towards the front of the building. Oh dear, some empty tables. And some more empty tables. Well, let's take a stroll around. We'll go all around the outside. This is the commercial building. We have some towers here and tower sections and all kinds of great things. And RW antenna store here. And backpacks and hats and all kinds of great stuff. This guy is carrying some of the MFJ stuff. And there's the wire man. He's always hanging around. And here's a Titanic wireless exposition. And we'll give a look right down the middle of the building here. And we'll go around the outside of the outside row. And we'll look at down another row here. All kinds of great stuff. And by the way, today is Friday, so tomorrow will be the big day when everything will everybody will be here. And everybody's buying antenna stuff. And we're going to take a walk down this aisle here. which is the far end. And see what's going on. Place is kind of packed, even though it's a Friday. People are reaching in their pockets, buying stuff. And lots of lots of stuff to buy. We'll just take a scan. No problem. Just take a scan around the room here. This is for those who can't make it or don't want to make it. This will give you an idea of what's here, and it is probably one of the most friendliest ham fests. If you're going to spend any money to go to a ham fest, this is the one to go to, and you'll enjoy yourself. I've been here many times, and just panning around back down towards the direction that we came from. Just having a good time here. And there's all kinds of equipment here, but you know, the odd thing that I'm noticing is there's a lot of vendors here who are selling MFJ stuff. And when we get down around the corner, we'll actually go to the MFJ's own booth. So that's where we're going to head next. And this fellow always has a nice array of stuff available here. All kinds of antenna insulators and braided not grounding but bonding cables. There is a difference. And all kinds of antenna wiring stuff. And they always take time to talk. So this is really pretty good. So I'm going to turn around and go back the way I was originally, down the outside row of the commercial building, and we have weather text, weather station stuff here, and all kinds of interesting stuff.
I think it's in the middle, Ron.
There's Batteries America. They always have a lot of good stuff. And this is the ARRL rest area, I believe. And there's W2 IHY Technologies. Might have to cut some of that shaky video out. Excuse me. Thank you. Diamond antenna. And there's the ARRL gang.
all want to go out. You want to go back?
Is the heart of the American Amateur Radio Group with their groups. And there's a ARRL's card checker, checking the cards for doing awards. Yeah, everybody wants to get their awards, and this is how he's doing it. Doing it by hand. We have earphones. This is quite different here today. There has been, let me bring this back. Digital radio. And we're still going to stay on this outside row. And you got some CW keying going on here. For those that are interested in electronic keying for Morse code. And actually it's surprising that Morse code is becoming popular again. Guys are starting to realize that it is fun to do Morse code. And there's a jewelry area. When my wife gets through taking her nap and comes in here, she's gonna be probably wanting to stop by this area. They got jewelry of all sizes and shapes, in which make the XYL. Oh yes, the Valentine's Day. That's right. Make the XYLs happy while we're out spending the money. And we're coming around the corner to what is actually the front of the building, and is Ham World Incorporated, which is, as you can see, and over here is High Gain, and oh, thank you. It's High Gain and all different types of antennas on display, and people galore, and all kinds of bins full of connectors, and all kinds of MFJ antenna equipment, SWR meters of all different types. Whoops, sorry. And mobile antennas galore. And tons of portables. They've got more portables than you can shake a stick at. Over here.
Trying to make the video a little more interesting.
Yeah. And here's the high gain display, all the different high gain rotors, and they're all on display. And here's the guy that knows it all. He's the smartest one I know of when it comes to high gain rotors and stuff. And there's Times Microwave with their lightning protection stuff, which I will be visiting them in a little while. And here's let's see if we can't back this out. There we go. amplifiers from Amatron. They have them all on display here. And they have they have them all open so that we can actually look in them and see all the
My guess is these aren't
displays. This is a ham radio outlet, as they usually have quite a supply of stuff here, and electronics equipment.
Red, blue LED light.
And here we are at MFJ with all their equipment on display here, and all their different cool little devices and gadgets for the hams to play with. And they've got all kinds of power blocks and clocks and all kinds of power supplies and different types of things for the ham to have in his station. A whole bunch more of the MFJ display. All their stuff is here on display, so all the hams can take a look at it and enjoy what they're doing, and tidy up their shacks, have a good time with it. And there's Heil mics. They this year got a big spot, in which they took over last year from the radio club. That's where they used to have their main greeting area, which now is in the North Hall. So I guess they would rather rent the space out than greet the people. But that's not for me to be involved in. That's their decision. So when you come and you want to sign your tickets in and look at the raffles and all of that stuff, it won't be in this building where it should be. It's in the north building. Got to go find it. And here is the Flex Radio display with all their stuff going on, and all waterfalls and spectrum analyzers, and here's the new radios. Here's the fellas from Dayton Ham Fest, and they're here with a meet and greet type thing. And there's more Flex Radio. Has a nice big display with all their equipment going. And here's a guy playing with a slingshot. And we have here the new FDM Dual, which is a software-defined radios. And we've got all kinds of, here's a quarter century guys, and 10 Tech over here, and we're back down to the middle of the hall, and Electrocraft is over there, and R&L Electronics is over here with a nice big display of all kinds of stuff.